Hello everyone, welcome back to the cozy abode of the witchery room, where it turns out this ceiling is a lot harder to see on YouTube. It looks fine when I'm recording, but it's really dark, which is actually okay, because I think it still provides sufficient contrast so that this still looks like a sort of a two-layer enclosure in the middle of the void, which is pretty cool anyway. So, not much base progress. In fact, the majority of the progress relates to the first room we have to cover today. So, I'm not sure how much of this clipboard actually I'm going to get through in one episode, but we'll find out. I kept thinking I would have plenty of time last time to do all the stuff that was on the clipboard, and then it was like a quarter of an hour for everything. Changed up the wiring around here, so this can still run as long as the as long as we have like power cycling through the engine, so that's good. I want to do some enchanting using that mob essence because it just comes on like a lot. I ran this for a while, and now it's managed to get through all the tin, silver, lead, and ferrous ore in the like surrounding areas. So there's probably a ton of cobblestone in places. I think that used to be like stuff. People kept seeing this and thinking it was weird. I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, it's just the armor standard. Says my armor on because like my onesie feeds me, which is a weird statement to say. But anyways, finally got the saplings growing for spruce. I just had to move this around. I think it was probably getting blocked by that. I'm not really sure. But that is more or less all that's happened recently. I still haven't done anything particularly interesting with Ars Magica, so I've apparently reached level 8 purely by just like occasionally porting through things. But the bulk of like changes over here because I have finally managed to get basically every gene that I need. So if I didn't explain that well enough, you get the genes from the splitter through this whole process, which can be automated. And so I have, consequently, a lot of basic genes. Like, there's just so many there, but I also have all, or at least more or less all of the other genes that I'm actually interested in. Put together a little auto-spawner dealy, so it draws power from this same line, so I just stick that cell over here and it gets power. And then I get that, and then this little mob counter outputs a signal that stops the auto-spawner from running as long as there's something in front of it, player or otherwise. And I also have this autonomous activator full of mob magnets. Now, you might have seen these if you've been watching Rich Dog and Bebop, because they used this to hold an Ender Dragon in place. But I've got it for Endermen, Ocelots, Bats. Occasionally a bat will manage to actually get, like, ported in here just from the wilderness, as it were. In which case I generally kill it, but I'm not really too fussy on that, because if nothing else, that actually does manage to serve as a good source of wool of bat. So not too broken up about that, but then you get your genes, and you stick them into the breeder on this side. You stick either copies of that for 2 counts or basic genes into here, and it will gradually complete different ones at different ones. I think Teleporter is like a 24, but Infinity is like 18. So here are all of the genes that I'm going to be applying. So right to left we have Climb from spiders, Fly from bats, Speed from ocelots, Swim in lava from zombie pigmen, Water breather from squid, Avoid creepers, also from ocelots, Resistance from zombies, Save your inventory is from endermen. We then have Shoot fireballs from the blaze, as well as destroy blocks of fireballs from the ghast. They were a pain to get into a sapphire net and then like get scales off, I can tell you that much. We also have Throw potions from witches, Teleporter from endermen, and Infinity from skeletons. Now I'm not really certain I'll have much use for this, but it may actually come in handy. So, you've got all your genes, you've got your blood, and you've centrifuged it once already. You put it into the DNA combiner. Let's start off with Teleporter. And then you stick it in, and then it gets put in there. Now, you can't really automate this, because there's no, like, change of slot. So the blood is always in here, it just changes its data value. So that is always the slot that gets pulled out, whether the machine is working or not. Which is a bit of a pain, I admit. So one idea I had was you could try and get data match to the uncentrifuged syringes using a servo and an item duct. And then if you just had a player interface, you might be able to suck it out as you like take it out of your the combiner, but the problem with that is that to get a player interface we need wither skills. Well, we need wither, not wither skulls, we need wither never stars, that's it. My brain's going funky. Okay. So I've been down in this well for a bit too long, but we may actually get to go out for a bit today, so let me just burn through all of these, bloop, 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 and we can, hopefully, do something very fun today, because I need to go and talk to someone I haven't had a chance to speak to for quite a while. He's not the nicest fellow. He's also extremely brash and tremendously arrogant, but then, I can kind of understand his arrogance, honestly. So save your inventory. I don't expect to get much purchase out of this, but it means we can make a Death Ender chest, and then instead of making a gravestone, I'll just be able to right-click on that chest after I die and respawn and get all of my stuff. So, that prevents anybody from getting all of my stuff. It also means I effectively, like, respawn like a mob, which is a little interesting. Let me see. Resistance and speed from ocelots are both sort of just, constant potion effects, but unlike my night vision, which is still why I've got my particles turned off, it doesn't actually give, particle effects. So, whoopee! It's one less thing to be, like, fuzzing around in my face. The one thing I do notice is that Water Breather straight up, like, stops your air from emptying. I don't know how that interacts with, say, the Watery Grave effect, but that prevents you from, like, actually drowning. But the swim in lava doesn't actually give you fire resistance, as you would expect. If you, like, get set on fire, you continue to have, like, the shaky screen and the fire effect. But you don't actually have any protection, it just, like, cancels out the damage. So your screen still tilts to the side and you hear the noise and whatnot. But beyond that, it is exactly like just being on fire and the server lagging, I guess. It's kind of weird. Okay, so we have now got all of our abilities in here. So, one small step for whatever the hell I'm about to be. Ugh, okay, a little bit wonky on the screen. Please don't be any dings. Okay, good. Yeah, kind of nauseated, but we've now got speed 2 and resistance 2 perpetually. So yeah, I'm moving kind of fast. And there's another thing I need to do, which is take my blood as a kind of backup. You'll have seen Strife do this. Ow. 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 I really actually kind of hate needles. Like, IRL. So, this is not the most endearing visual, I have to say. So this is basically going to be, the save my inventory will allow me to, it basically functions like an emergency, like an emergency ender chest. So I'm just using that right now as like an emergency, but it will, if I have to use it, I'm not going to have all my abilities again, so I'm just getting a bunch of them here. Now I have a dropper beneath this centrifuge. You'll have noticed already it doesn't empty out automatically. These two machines I think might be the least automatable, like, in the entirety of this entire mod. Which is a pity. We can feed straight in, but we can't pull out of it. I guess you could try using a router, but I haven't managed to find any dark iron. Someone did mention that there is dark iron seeds, and you would be correct. There is compatibility inside of the... I should put these inside of my encryptable drive, actually. There is dark iron compatibility inside of the... inside of magical crops, but we apparently don't have that version, so alas. Okay, so let's show off a few things. So the first one is I've rebound my keys. Your keys will not be the ones I'm using, so I won't bother telling you which ones they are. So if I hit my V key, I can toss random potions. So these are poison, slowness, all sorts. And they're all splash, so I can hit myself with this if I'm not too careful. If I hit F key, then I get a completely painless ender pearl for free. So I no longer have to ever... okay, more or less, I no longer have to ever worry about running out of my charge with my infusion. Thanks to the speed effects being altered slightly by Dartcraft, I can walk at 1 high spaces easily. That's actually probably going to end up being more annoying than anything else. Resistance reduces the amount of damage I take in general. Let's see if I just hop over here. Then, thanks to the spider genes, I can climb, so I'm tremendously maneuverable now. Was that a... That's interesting, I don't know where that came from. I don't think that's anyone's grave. Let me see, if I hit G, I can fire sort of a blaze fireball into the sky. If I hit B, then not only does it open my backpack, but it also... I'm gonna have to change that, I guess. It also fires a full-blown gassed fireball, which will cause explosions when it hits things. Let me see, whoop. If I just... I may regret this. Let's see... G, set that on fire. See, I'm taking damage, but it's not... well, it thinks I'm taking damage. I can be on fire, but it's not doing anything. Nope, perfectly fine. Not an issue. Everything is fine. Also thanks to the Dartcraft fixing of things, I can actually walk on water now as long as I keep moving. Which is great for me. But I can also fly, thanks to the bat genes. Yay! I figured out already, actually, between being able to fly like this and being able to fly with my broom, I can now actually go to the moon. Just fly high enough. Like, that'll be interesting. But also thanks to the bat genes, I don't actually need to worry about landing. Because it also includes the chicken's effect of slow fall. Or no fall damage, rather. And I'll just go show you, I'm going to regret this, I know. This is highly unpleasant. But anyways, if you look at my air meter down there, it looks like it's about to break off, but it's not actually able to. So, no concern of mine. So there we go. That is all of the genes done, more or less. I might want to get some health stuff, I don't know, but we'll see. I don't have to worry too much about it. So, Free-Crowned King. That is the guy I have to go and see. So, over here, I have Wither Skeleton Crop, but that's been running for a while now. I'm moving around a lot faster now, but still not as fast as Dave, who will do it to basically, like, the capacity of being completely unwatchable in my experience. So, I have 2,209 Wither Skeleton Essence. There isn't much that you can do with that, so more or less the only thing we're even interested in doing with this is that, which makes Wither Skeleton Skulls, which is good for witchery, for one thing. Now, it's 8 to a skull, so we can make somewhere in the region of 90 withers. For those of you who hadn't figured it out already, the wither's native name is the Free-Crowned King. Now let me see, I'm also going to need some soul sand. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only the one. I only need to see him in one incarnation today. Just need to have a bit of a chat with him. I doubt he'll, like, talk meaningfully. Like, I doubt he's going to be anything but annoying, but, yeah, we have business to attend to. And then maybe I'll have time to go and see the Central Circle? I don't know. We'll see, but I've heard word from a pal over there that, they're being a bit uppity. So I need to go and, put them more in their place. Which, you know, happens. They're not, like, the most entertaining of people, and, ooh, I just forgot I need something else. Because, yep. I may have the capacity to shoot various fireballs, but if he gets uppity, that's not going to do me much good. So, one moment. I don't have any scales left, but I hear a bat, who is probably about to get caught. Let me see. No bats. Ooh, oh, that's interesting. Wonder how I'm doing that. Right. There. Didn't even need to use that. Not Enderman, I need that. So, the mob magnet is fairly cheap to make. You just need iron and a couple of ender pearls. And then once you kill an entity with it, you... There you are. And holy hell, did that ever hurt. Once you kill an entity with it, it binds the bit. Would you please sit down? Okay. Easiest way to do this. And I need to tell this to ignore. There we go. All the bats that we need. And I just need them so that I can get a few cells. So that I can then make some... Well, I need to make a genetic bow is the crux of this matter. Nope. Need it. Here comes the next one. I need 3 of these. And then everything else I don't care about much. Okay. Let me just stick this in there. This isn't fully automated, by the way. The DNA splitter requires that you click a button over here. Generally, my advice is click the top result, because it's either a basic gene or something useful, but there's also the auto splitter, if you just have like a huge backlog of stuff to get rid of, and I've still got the scraper on me. Hang on. Go away. The auto splitter only makes basic genes, but you don't have to do anything with it, so it's kind of helpful that way. I guess it's specifically for moments like that. Let me see. Stick. Stone? No, do I not have... Yes, I do. Okay. Stone tool rod. Get me 3 of those, please. So do, and do. So, I can probably enchant this. I haven't checked out yet if I actually can enchant this. But it is basically an infinity bow, and as you can see, it does have durability. Fairly high. I don't know how that compares to actual, like, bows, but we'll find out. Let me see, give me that. Get me out. Right. So, I've got... Look at me. I'm all blue and wonderful. That is gorgeous. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can enchant this. That's part of why I want to actually, like, get into the auto-enchanting and stuff. So that we can see just how painful I can make this one bow that I have always infinite ammo for. We could probably make an assembly line of these things. This does, of course, mean that my arrow supply is going to be completely useless. Let me just turn the map on so I can see where I'm going. Ooh, an earring. Huh. Okay. Let me see. I'm around about on target, I think. Hopefully there's no squid around here, because he really, really hates squid. Okay, this looks like the place. It's war-torn and desolate, so I presume this is the place. Right. And there's a volcano, but I don't really care. Yep. Okay. Ooh, Wintry Hive. Well, you're gonna have a bad day, Mr. Wintry Hive. Yep. Okay, so 3 skulls. And... Kadoosh. Yeah, I know. You're not very happy. Are you done transmigrating yet? Come on, hurry up. Okay. So, Mr. Wither. Yes, I know you're busy. Do you have any idea how much trouble it takes to get you here in the first place? Oh, hang on. Turn this off. Yeah, I know. It gives you a headache. Now, come on. I don't really have much time to be laying around with you. So I would really appreciate it if we could talk like gentlemen. Would you keep your skulls under control? Come on. Play nice, and you can go right back to the Nether where you came from, and where personally I'm kind of happy for you to stay. No? Alright, fine. We can do this the hard way. Although, honestly, it's a lot more fun for me. There, you see? You're already on your way. Now go and tell the others that I need to talk to them. That means the huntsman, that means the ender dragon, that means everyone.
Your command is my deed.
Good. Oop. Poisoned myself. Accidentally. Oh well. Well, that went about as well as I expected it to. But, oh well. There we go. Okay, so... that's a Nether cube. I actually need 4 of these for something later. Oh, and a miniature yellow heart. Oh, you're so kind. Next time I'll just beat you up harder. So... that was the 3-horned king, so that's another thing off our to-do list. And he is going to go and talk to Torment. He's going to go and talk to Huntsman. I actually have the envoy's already out on a mission at the moment, but we might get to see him next episode, we'll see. But other than that, I have been laying in bed, Mon. This has been Witch in the Woods, and I'll catch you all next time.